I began my game development journey with Unity back in September of 2019, and things were really great, until they weren't anymore, and seeing other game engines seemed like the best move. What happened? Well, it's complicated. Let me explain. It all started in February 2023 when I met Godot. We started out really casually, just as friends. I mean, Godot seemed user-friendly and the community was incredibly supportive. By September 2023, it was official. Unity and I had parted ways after Unity announced a controversial fee structure, something about charging devs per install of their game. Okay, we had a good run, but enough was enough, and our differences were just too much to overcome. So I took a break. By January of 2024, Godot and I had officially started our relationship. And let's just say, we've had our ups and downs, but overall it's been really great so far. Our journey began with excitement, with Godot 4.2 introducing experimental scene multithreading and enhanced C# support. It felt like a fresh start, with new possibilities, but C# implementation was far from perfect. And scene multithreading would create some complications in our relationship, but for now it was all good. So I had to learn a new language, GDScript. Big deal. Everyone was saying that it was very similar to Python, but guess what? I had no idea what Python even was. So I did what anyone would do in this situation. I turned to YouTube and discovered amazing creators like Stay at Home Dev, Coding Quest, and GDQuest. Their guidance was instrumental as I took my first steps into developing games with Godot. It was in February that I really took notice of the Godot Game Awards by YouTuber Stay at Home Dev. By February, he had already released the third video in his weekly series, This Week in Godot, which would later transform into the Godot Game Awards. How this guy did it, I do not know. But he was able to find gem after gem each week for the entire year, and viewers could vote on their pick in the comments section of his videos. Godot and I were really hitting things off, and the possibilities seemed endless. Now it was not at all a bed of roses for me. Remember the experimental scene multithreading I mentioned back in January? Well, we hit a speed bump. I did my first official game jam with Godot and tried to upload my game to itch. The only way the game would work was if I enabled shared array buffer, which according to itch would break parts of my page or the project. Well, it did break stuff, like the link to my YouTube trailer. Thanks to the supportive Godot community, I found a workaround by adding an external link to my YouTube video to a photo I also uploaded. I mean, the workaround was always there. It just took the community to tell me about it. And you know me, I'm never afraid to ask for help. April was a really good month for us. I mean, we really worked at it. I found a bunch of free tutorials. I did a really great one from GDQuest, that Learn GDScript from Zero course, and some other courses too that I purchased from Udemy. I really took the time to learn some new moves, and I even got into using shaders and took part in the Fish Fresh Game Jam. I placed 77 out of the 558 entries. It was a great experience and it really kicked my learning into high gear. I even worked on some mini tutorials of my own on my own YouTube channel that you should check out. You know my YouTube channel that you should subscribe to if you want to. I mean, you don't have to, but you know. Anyway, then Godot 4.2.2 was released, and it kinda broke my fish game. I got upset with Godot, but then I realized it was my own fault, because Godot said that I should make a backup, and I did not. So there was that. May was a month of planning for the future. The Godot Foundation had announced plans for an official asset store back in March, aiming to streamline sharing and monetization within the community. So I was keeping an eye on that, and I still am. I also found out that work began on a public project priorities page, enhancing transparency and community involvement, which is now live. I also took part in the annual Game Dev TV Game Jam, which offered a free course to all those that participated and uploaded a game. I got the complete Godot 4 2D Code Your Own 2D Games in Godot 4 course. And that was pretty much it. I mean, the honeymoon phase was over, and it became business as usual. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's just that we knew what we needed to do, and we just did it. June and July were really quiet months for me and Godot. I continued to learn by doing courses, and there were a few things that caught my eye, but I think that game dev burnout must have set in. And also, during those months, I was really busy with my real job. You know, I got to pay bills, right? But there was one thing that I was highly anticipating. Hey everyone, Future D here. I want to share an exciting milestone. I'm approaching 1,000 subscribers, and it would really mean a lot to me to start the new year reaching that goal. So, if you like the video, feel free to hit that sub button whenever you're ready. Okay, let's get back to the video. August marked the stable release of Godot 4.3, and this is when the romance kicked back into high gear. Godot introduced the option to export games as single-threaded builds, eliminating the need for a shared array buffer and simplifying the development process. Why is this important? Remember, I love game jams, and I regularly participate in jams on itch.io. And now I could finally upload my games and links to my YouTube videos without the complications previously caused by cross-origin policies. In September, we faced a significant challenge. A controversial post from Godot's official account sparked heated discussions within the community. It was like a real family dispute that tested, and I mean really tested, some of us and our faith in Godot's leadership. The Godot Foundation issued a statement condemning harassment and acknowledging mistakes in moderation. We had to navigate this storm together, reaffirming our commitment to each other. But although the community was shaken by this, it did not hinder development. And it all worked out in the end. But this serves as a reminder that we're all human, even that little blue robot. We all make mistakes, and what's important is that we learn and grow from the mistakes that were made. October was a time of healing and creativity. Godot XR is a toolkit and system that allows developers to create augmented reality and virtual reality games using the Godot engine. The second Godot XR Game Jam was organized, fostering innovative and immersive experiences. It was truly like a family retreat, rekindling our passion for creation. I personally did not participate in this jam, but I was an active spectator and really enjoyed and was amazed by what the devs created. The community reached a milestone with over 100,000 issues and pull requests on GitHub. If that wasn't a sign of commitment to collaboration, then I don't know what is. In November, we faced external threats. Reports emerged of cybercriminals exploiting the Godot engine to distribute cross-platform malware. The Godot team promptly responded, emphasizing the importance of only downloading executables from trusted sources. I mean, I was surprised, yeah, but I think that this sort of thing is inevitable. It was going to happen sooner or later. On a personal note, my main PC died, and I was forced to use my 10-year-old backup PC, a dual-core DDR3 PC from 2014. And you know what? I was still able to run Godot on it, and I even made a tutorial, Godot 2D Physics Essentials. Even though it took me like an hour to render a 12-minute video. It just goes to show how versatile Godot can be. Which brings us here, to December and the final dev snapshot release for the year, Godot 4.4 Dev 7. December brought to us reflection and celebration. For Godot and I, we completed our first exclusive year together. The Godot Foundation provided key initiatives detailing progress on the asset store and job board. And we also celebrated the Godot Game Awards 2024 with Stay at Home Dev, recognizing outstanding projects within the Godot community. So far, my relationship with Godot has been filled with ups and downs, and much like any partnership, we've faced challenges, celebrated successes, and grown together. I remain committed, looking forward to what the future holds for our Godot family. For the sake of our kids, the games we've created. Hey everyone, as we wrap up this video and the year 2024, I wanted to share an exciting milestone. I'm approaching 1,000 subscribers, and it would really mean a lot to me if I start the new year reaching that goal. So if you enjoyed this video and my content this past year and want to see more, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. As always, this has been D-Ragu Games, and I'll see you in 2025.